Hey guys, welcome to Camping with Steve. I'm in BC and the journey is beginning. I just picked up a Tim Hortons Earl Grey tea because I like them. And I got a little tiny camper here. And this guy will be home. I've got pretty much everything just thrown in the car now. My goal was to get out of Alberta, get out of the acreage, get on the road, and I'm gonna find a campground and kind of unpack this stuff and reorganize it. That's always my plan, because I can sit there packing for days on end and never leave. So let's go. It's gonna be fun. I love the mountains. It's a little smoky. There's a forest fire somewhere. I think I only want to drive for about 5 hours today, maybe 4. If I see something real nice, I'll pull over and stop and just camp there. But I don't have any plans for a meal or anything. We'll try to make what we can out of any little general stores or whatever we cross along the way. Just going without a plan today. Little reverse camera thing on the back of the trailer is very low quality and only seems to want to work occasionally. So I'm going to try and upgrade that to something digital and not late 90s technology. I have these towing mirrors that attach onto the normal mirrors, and every time there's a gust of wind from a truck, they really blow in, so it's a constant battle to try and keep them flipped out. So that's interesting. Goes again.
Turn right onto Interlakes Highway, Little Fort Highway, signs for Bridge Lake, British Columbia 97.
This is it. This is a new road.
Continue
I've traveled
British Columbia 24 west.
Traveled that road a lot, but this trip is about new roads. Like I'd said, the last update, that there is tons of good memories on those old roads, but not time to travel them alone quite yet. And I saw something back there that said free. Check it out. You know you're in British Columbia when you see this. Free and stuff. I think I need a pot to cook in, so that's coming with me. What do we got here? Harmonicas. I don't know about that, but definitely could use this pot. Fuses, I don't use those type anywhere, but yeah, definitely gonna bring this pot. Oh, a night light. It could be useful. And I don't know, maybe a little notepad, jot my thoughts down. Oh. Mouse poison. That'll get them. Okay. Well, I think it's a good start to the journey. It's good. Yep. Good score. Pot and a notepad. Awesome. I'm on completely unfamiliar roads now with no cell service, so what could go wrong? It's incredibly smoky out due to wildfires. So if I find a spot to camp, I'm probably not even going to want a campfire. I'll be cooking in the camper because they probably have campfire bans on or something. So I got to find a little store for some supplies, load up the camper with my initial, oh, ears are popping. Load up the camper with my initial load of stuff, because I got to get tin foil and a bunch of stuff like that. And then I'll keep my eyes open for a nice little campsite for the night. can't help but imagine how scenic this would be if it wasn't so smoky. Absolutely stunning. Craving a haircut. This looks like a part that might have washed out last year. Look at all these reinforcements in the side of this hill here. Impressive engineering. If anybody's wondering what the bacon section looks like in Canada, in a grocery store, I think there's only one actual thing that could be considered Canadian bacon, kind of. That's it. Yeah, that lineup was literally snaking around the store, so I'll hit the liquor store and see what happens along the trip as far as food goes. This'll work. Okay, got the beer, but that grocery store is just mobbed. The lineup is stretching around the store, and I'm burning daylight. I gotta find a campsite, so I gotta find something else to eat. Let's see how that goes. Well, I got beer, so I'm pushing onwards, and I'm gonna hit a gas station, see if I can find something to eat there that is not a 2-hour wait in line at a checkout. This place might just do. Looks like it has some food and gas. And actually the gas is way cheaper than it was in town there. Accidentally popped the hood instead of the gas.
Don't need a cameraman?
Yeah. Terrifying. Supposedly a bit of a food mart. I can see the usual stuff. There's a fridge with some milk in it, a bunch of pop and chips. But I'll poke my head in and see what might do in a pinch like this. That won't work unless I want chips and stuff like that for dinner. But see what else we can find. I don't know, it seems like there is a fire very close by. I can see smoke coming out of the woods. I think I was right to push onwards. The smoke has really cleared up. I passed some really good looking campgrounds, but didn't stop there because I'm still on the quest to get some food. We'll see how that goes in this next little town. Pemberton coming right up. Doesn't look like there's much here. Let's see if this place is open. There's a gas station back there, and it looks like a campground right up the road, if it's still open for the season. So we'll find out in 8 minutes what we've got for food situation. Okay, an actual supermarket here. Let's check this out. Do a little jaywalking here. Not seeing a bakery. Look what I found. We're prepared. Now we just gotta find a campground, because I don't want to camp on the side of the road somewhere. I want to be able to fully enjoy a beer. all closed for this season. So I push onwards, I guess. I'll find somewhere to go. Park this little thing for the night. Found the spot. A little bit of a rough road, but that's okay. Saw no fire sign up already, so I know I'm no good at backing up a trailer. In the dark, it's going to be interesting because I also got no reverse lights hooked up on the trailer. Oh yeah, what could go wrong? What could go wrong here? Yeah. This will take a lot of getting out and going back and forth. And that reverse camera is not working at all right now. It's right when I needed it to work. That worked out better than expected. I gotta get registered here and shut the lights off because that poor guy in front just had to watch me back up and go forward about 1,000 times here, getting out of the car in between each trip. Okay, so that's nothing to worry about. $15 per vehicle for night. Okay, but that looks okay. Gotta fill out an envelope and put in some money. See, if I researched ahead, I wouldn't have to put a 20 in there, but I don't have a 5 or a 10, so it'll help contribute to the park. Oh yeah, gonna have to deal with everything that collapsed on the road there, but considering shelter has been set up, first step completed, second step, step 2. Oh, that was a lot of driving today. I'm a thirsty boy. All right, this isn't that bad. It was set up as the bed, and that just kind of fell down. Nothing broke, but my old RV, I had much worse situation than this. You know, the cupboards, everything came out of them, and I actually remembered to close the fridge door. Small battles. So, gonna get this organized. Fresh baked buns. Gonna get some homemade Arby's on the go here. Got my rice cooker that I use for everything other than rice. And that should do the trick for what I got planned. Little au jus package. Yum. Couple cups of water. Let that boil up. And we'll throw in our shaved deli roast beef. Put on fresh baked buns. Oh no, right on the floor. Homemade Arby's. So, this little contraption here. What a good little sandwich. And in the daylight, this is a beautiful campground. I had no idea when I pulled in here it was this nice. This is fantastic. Gonna have to get a fresh hoodie here. It's falling apart. Still having troubles with the fridge. When I go to light it, it lights and then there's flame lift off, and that's just a high gas pressure, so it seems to build up pressure and then blows itself out. And then you go to light it again and it goes woof. So I'll get to the bottom of that. In the meantime, I'm using a different fridge inside, so I've got a really rudimentary setup for now as far as charging, and I'll show you guys what that is. strictly a very temporary solution. This is not ideal, but I've got a little power inverter in here, and that is a little warm. I'm running that so that it can charge up the batteries in the camper. I'm charging the Jackery, the camera batteries, a bunch of other stuff, and running the fridge. So I'm gonna hook up something a little better. It'll be like a DC to DC charging system, so that when I'm driving, it can charge those batteries up at a quicker rate than I'm not idling a car in a campground. Because I don't like doing that, but I do prefer this sound to that of a generator. And there's nobody around. So under the back hatch here, I have a couple of these lithium iron phosphates batteries. They're really performing quite well. I've got the other one just charging right now in the camper. And then propane. You could probably do the two propanes and one battery as well back here. And inside, this is the disaster. Everything's charging up. Got the Jackery, and that used a lot yesterday on that rice cooker. Probably could have done it on the stovetop, of course. But I like playing with the rice cooker. This is what I'm using for the fridge right now. It's adjustable. It'll work as a deep freeze as well. So I can take this down to, minus 20 or something. I don't need that right now. And I got the other lithium battery charging. My scale, so I'm trying to manage that I'm not losing weight here too quickly. And other things charging. You got your laptop, this and that. Got the guitar for when I decide to break that out. And yeah, it's pretty basic and straightforward in here. There's not much to it. I got an emergency bathroom, because in the event that I'm in a parking lot or something and there's no woods around, that'll be my best friend. So that's what's going on there for right now. As I improve this, we'll do some updates on kind of what I'm doing and what I figure out with the fridge. This is the first campground I've ever seen in real life that has these bear-proof food lockers. And this one, I'm guessing it was a vehicle and not a bear that took this one out, but oh, somebody's put garbage in there. Huh. This adventure is just beginning, so there's going to be a whole winter of newer scenery, that type of thing. And today I was just on a bit of a hike. I normally try not to too much, but I'm trying to get range of motion in my hip without weight bearing, and that could be good for my hip because I've got a hip problem. And I'll be filming another video tomorrow. Actually, it'll be an overnighter, somewhat, I don't know if it's stealthy, but it's unusual, I'll say that. And that'll be great. So I'm gonna give the shout outs. Now, this is likely a very extensive list because over the last 8 weeks I have not got one up. So there are some people to thank that truly have gone above and beyond. There's a bunch of members of moderators and admin on Avi has a fan group, Camping with Steve fan group, and they've been very, very helpful during this time. So thank you to all of them. You're going to be in here, as well as those folks that are moderators on Avi's group that are also assisting with the moderation of YouTube comments and that type of thing. So it's I briefly touched on comments, but there's I've been pretty much just committed to my own mental health here for the last 8 weeks or so. And with that said, I never in my wildest dreams thought that when I started filming camping videos in my backyard or in the back of a truck, that I would need a Swedish private investigator. So I have to give an extra good shout out to Nordic private investigators out of Stockholm. I'm actually going to put the links in the description in case anybody needs assistance from a Swedish private investigator. And shut down some issues we were having with some online defamation. So that was absolutely fantastic. And you know, it's nice to ignore trolls, but I find a knock on the door does a lot better job than ignoring them. So a big shout out there. And going forward, it'll be smooth sailing. And I know, who's going to need a Swedish Pratt investigator? I thought I wouldn't, but here we are. So, yeah, stay tuned, folks. Again, I'm going to be... This is the first time in quite a while that I don't feel rushed. I'm away from the acreage. I'm out here just doing this adventure on my own. And, you know, in the past, I'd be out camping and I'd always, like, I'd be wanting to get home to Jess at the end of the camping trip. And now it's just one big long trip. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. And I'm looking forward to getting healthier, eating healthier meals, you know, doing more exercise, not just sitting here drinking beer in front of a campfire and cooking something. That gets a little old after 3 years or so. So we'll get some more adventures, and it's a blank canvas in front of me. So also, you know, big shout out to, you know, there are some people doing moderator stuff on the channel as well, Avi and Kathleen. It's really helps out an awful lot. So I gotta wrap this up and get ready to take on this world. So we'll see you guys, I'm comfortably gonna say next week, because I'll be ahead of video for the first time in years. And hopefully that trend continues and I can start to get some extra content out, because it's literally just me out here with nothing to do but, you know, watch movies. I got some nice popcorn I can pop, hike around, explore, cut down on the step twos, I think, a little bit as well, because I'm not a young man anymore. It's that age where you don't want to be eating 2 pounds of cheese-laden food right before bed. So see you guys very soon, and hunker down, my friends. Thanks for waiting for me.